This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, guys. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. We are discussing about incremental loading to the data warehousing. In the first scenario, we had implemented pattern number one using lookup transformation, right? So in the lookup, what we had done, we had taken the complete the data from the OLTP. Then, while dumping the data into the destination table, we were checking whether we have matched data or not. If the data is getting matched means we are updating the row. If the data is a no match means we're inserting the data. So that is how we were, implementing lookup to perform the incremental loading. After that, we had done the testing whether whenever you insert any row into the TARDIS, whether it is going to the destination or not. If you're not able to do, then I had given some scripts, okay, in your OneDrive. So you can just, open the script, TARDIS incremental lookup queries, okay. I had kept in some queries. So one is for inserting into policy, then inserting into revenue type, and inserting into transaction type and finance. Okay, I'll add some more rows, and I had given couple of updates as well. Clear? You can use the script lookup incremental loading, or testing scripts. So these are the testing scripts. So you can directly take this uh, insert data. You can insert into the TARDIS and then run the stage, then run the data warehousing. Clear? Then you can check by inserting the data into the revenue type. Then you can insert this value into transaction type and currency. So these are the things I had added, and I'll add some more scripts here so that you can test each and everything clearly. Am I clear? So you people are struggling to put the scripts. So these are the scripts are uploaded. You make sure that you download the script and try to test at least with this script. So whether all the incremental loading properly happening or not. Clear? Now, so what I would like to do, I wanted to tell you one more thing today. So we were performing incremental loading with the help of a lookup transformation. We are directly getting the data and no match data we're inserting and matched data we were updating it. That's what we're doing it, right? So now what is the issue? I'll tell you. The issue here is that let me take one Excel sheet. I have some, this is my TARDIS. You can think like this. And this is your employee table. So employee ID, employee name, employee salary. Now this data is going to go to, let us say, dim employee table, right? So employee ID, employee name. So let me take some data here. I have one, let us say John 1000. I have two, let us say Kiran 2000. You have taken Ole DB source to read the data. So then what we were doing, we were implementing a lookup, right? So lookup, what are we matching here? So source.employee ID is equivalent to destination.employee ID. So in this lookup transformation, we are using dim employee table as a reference table. If this and this is matching, matched data will go this side and unmatched data will come this side. So what we are doing, we're taking the no match data. Clear? So no match data, we are sending it to OLEDB destination. Again, OLEDB destination will be this table. Clear? So one doesn't have any one. So this row is going to come this side. And it two doesn't have any matching data. This will become no match data. It is going to be coming here. And from here, it is going to come to OLEDB destination. Now from OLEDB destination, I'll be pointing to this. So all this data is going to go there. Clear? Now, tomorrow you may have one row got inserted. Let us say Raj of 2300. Now, again, I have to look for no match data, again, match data. Clear? So, match data comes to this side. So, no match data will come this side. One and one is mapping. Let us say his salary is also got incremented to 1400. So one row got inserted and one row got updated. Now let us execute this package. So one and one is matching. The matched data is going to come this side. Clear? And two is matching. This matched data comes this side. Clear? And three does not have any matching. So this data is going to go here. And using this row, we are sending it to OLEDB destination. This data is going to go there. Clear? Now, all the match data, what we're doing, we're simply using a OLEDB command transformation. And in this, we are inserting the data. In this, we are inserting the data. In this, we are directly updating the data. But the question is that if you see 1 John 1400 is completely, so only this record is got modified. 1 and 1 is perfectly fine, and John is perfectly fine. 1400 and 1000. So definitely this row we are taking and we are updating it here. That is perfectly fine. Now here there is no change at all. 2 Kiran 2000 to Kiran 2000, even though there is no change in this row, but still blindly we are taking the completed data and again we are overwriting. Even though you overwrite, there is no change there. Clear? So what is the problem in this? So when you use OLEDB command to update complete matched records, so whether this record is completely matching or not, we don't know. So earlier we had 1000. Now it is a matched record. So in this record, we got updated. Okay, this got updated. Now, when you take this data, when you update, it will be good. But what are we doing? Whether it is changed or not changed doesn't matter. Complete matched data, all the data I'm completely taking and I'm completely dumping into here. So this is what is one problem. So we are not sure which row got updated. So only updated record only you need to take it further and update it here. So this record, even though it is a matched record, there is no updation in this. This record you have to leave it. So what we should do? So to identify which is the updated record, because when you compare matched records, so it is completely no match, but this is completely matching. Clear? So I wanted to identify which is the record which is not matching with this. Clear? So only that record I have to get it and update. That means what? I have to identify which is the row which is got updated. Take only that rows and you have to update them here, but not blindly take all matched data and we were updating. I don't want to do that. I would like to identify which is the row which is modified. Only take that row. To do that, I have to take one more lookup. In this lookup, what I am trying to do, in the first lookup, I am only matching first column, right? And in the second lookup, what I'm trying to do, all the columns I would like to map. Employee ID to employee ID, name to name, and salary to salary. So all the data you have to match with all the data. Clear? If everything is matching perfectly fine, then I don't need. I wanted to get the no match data. Clear? So 1 and 1 is matching. John and John is matching. 1400 and 1000. So this row and this row completely unmatched. So that no match data only I have to bring it down. Okay. After the second lookup, I have to take the no match data. Now, to Kiran 2000, to Kiran 2000, 100% matching data I don't need. So I wanted to take this data already big, I would like to take the data, give this data to the destination. Clear? So even though you have a lot of matched data, after that what you're doing, you're directly identifying which is the data that is not matched. Okay. So in the second lookup, you have to take the no match and send this data to OLEDB. And OLEDB, what is the command that you should write it. So what you people do, you have to include one more lookup transformation here, and in this you have to map all the columns. So what are the columns? I have to map it. So if you wanted to know, now you guys are doing for the policy table, right? You guys are doing for the policy table. This is your dim policy. So what you have to implement is that, so what columns I have to map it. So if you wanted to know that, so what you do here, you better go to dim policy table. So always we have to map the business keys. Okay. So this master number and master sequence number, you need to check with this. Those master number and master sequence number is going to come. Clear? So that is one thing you need to implement. The next one, you should not do any matching for this data. Okay. So what all you need to verify, not the remaining data, only wherever there is no business rules. Clear? So here I have a lot of columns. I don't have any business rule. I am mapping all the things. For example, here I have a salary, and there is a column called tax, and there is a column called tax. Clear? And the tax will be 12%, 2%, 14%, like this. I have some tax columns are available, but my requirement is that whatever be the tax that you have it here, doesn't matter. Here you need to get one as a default value. Okay. If I'm getting one as a default value while doing incremental loading, so do I need to map this column to this column, this column to this column? I can map it. Should I map this column to this column as well? You should not map it, because if you map it, whatever be the data here, it is always one. It will always will become unmatched data. So what columns you need to consider here? Primary key or a business key column, and remaining columns which are not default values. For example, tax column should not come here. Okay. Or you need to increment year of account, master reference number, and all these columns should not be there in your second lookup. Remember this. What are the columns I have to map? So that column list, if you want me to write, I will be writing like this. Okay. So one is that you need to map policy master number to master number. So this is one thing you have to map. Okay. Master number to master number. Clear? So this is one thing. The second one, you need to have master sequence number to master sequence number. So that is the second column. You have to have it. Okay. Then the next one you need to check, and year of account. So in this we have year of account, right? So this year of account and that year of account. Sorry. So the next one you need to map year of account to year of account. Clear? Year of account. Then the next one you need to do master reference number. Sorry, master reference number. Wherever there is no business rule, you take only these columns. Master reference numbers. Sorry. So master reference number to master reference number. Clear? Equal to this master reference number. Like that, wherever you have no business rule, so you need to use domicile to domicile, then inception date and expiry date, and remaining things you should not use it. So these are the things we should not touch it always. Already we know, and these are having default values, and these are having lookup values. Clear? So these columns you should not keep it here. Remaining columns only you need to map it. If after the mapping, if you have the no matched data, so that you have to give it to OLEDB command. Clear? So you have to send it to the OLEDB command. Now what happens? So out of these rows, which is the matched data I don't need, which is the unmatched data, no match data will come down. So that row is going to go here and you should be able to update it. Am I clear? So remember this point very much, clearly. So what you need to understand is that by implementing one more lookup transformation, by implementing one more lookup transformation, and by checking the remaining columns whether it is completely matching or not. Okay, if the remaining data is completely matching, means I don't need, I wanted to update if these columns are not matched. So what columns I have to include? So normally we have to include all the columns in this, but you need to remember, so wherever there is a default value, wherever there is a lookup operation that you're doing, so these columns like status ID, product ID, assured ID, broker ID, department ID, these columns should not come in this session. Okay. In the second lookup, you need to have a business key or a primary key followed by remaining columns. If those columns are having matched data, leave it. No matched data, you bring it down. And with the help of OLEDB command, you are going to be dumping the data into the destination table. So that is what you should be able to do. So this is a incremental loading with the help of a lookup. And now what we had created, we had implemented one more lookup. The second lookup can identify which is the row got updated, take only those rows and update them in the destination table. So that is what you have to implement by using one more lookup. The first lookup can tell you what is the matched data, unmatched data. Here you're able to get the insights. Clear? And the second lookup, this is the second lookup. So this is the first lookup. In the first lookup, we are able to get insight and matched data. Matched data, we are sending it to the second lookup, and here we're trying to update which is the row exactly got modified. Take only that row, and we are implementing updation only for that row, not for all the data. Clear? In the second row, you need to include many columns, but what are the columns I need to update? So these are the columns in case of dim policy. If you go to dim policy section, what are the columns I have to include? So I have to include business key, always has to be there, right? And you need to include these four. Clear? And section title and sequence and date created, and all these things are, you should not include them in your second lookup matching patterns. Clear? So what are the columns that you need to use? Business key, section key to section key, long name, these, and this you should not use, this you should not use, default values you should not use, and section title and sequence. Clear? So these are the columns have to be there as part of your second lookup. If you have match data that you don't need to update, if you have no match data, that you take it and update. Like that, you should perform for all these things. Now you go to policy coverage. Now don't include, you need to include coverage key, and don't include policy section ID, coverage this one. And these are the things you should use till this. Okay, so till this you can use date created, date updated, date expired. These are you should not include in the second lookup. Second lookup should have always a this column you need to include, and these columns you need to include. So these are doesn't have any kind of a business rules. Clear? So this is having a business rule called default value. In the second lookup, you have to clearly understand, you have to map the columns which are not having default values, which are not having any kind of a business rules. Okay, those columns only you need to keep them along with your business key. Clear? So then you need to take the no match data and start updating. So like that dim transaction type here, you have to take this key and remaining things only I have this one. data created, all these things are useless. Don't include them. So you need to include only two columns in the transaction type code and description, because without a primary key or a business key, you cannot implement incremental loading. Remember that. Okay. You need to include this column and this column. If everything is matching means I don't need no match data, take it and try to update it with the help of a OLEDB destination in the revenue type as well. In the revenue type, so revenue code is the business key. So that you need to use it. Revenue type name and description. These you have to include them. So only these three columns you need to include them. So remaining columns, data created, all these are useless data that is not needed. So in the second lookup, you have to include source dot revenue type code equals to destination dot revenue type code. Clear? So that's how you can perform the lookup and dim currency. So this is what is called business key that you need to include in the second lookup. Description also you have to include. So these columns you should not touch them at all. Clear? So in the second lookup you need to add these two columns. Fact premium and fact limit and fact deductions. We are not going to perform any incremental loading for the fact tables. So this is what you should be able to do it to your packages, so that you are done with the lookup one. Okay. So the lookup, the second change that I would like to you to implement is that you have to have one more lookup, and in that lookup you have to use all the columns and verify. If the data is matching 100%, don't take and update. If the data is not matching, you're supposed to take and update. Clear? And after that you need to do the testing. So couple of testing scripts also I had given. Guys, you try to use this Stardust incremental lookup queries I had given. So these scripts you can use it to insert the data into your policy table, revenue type table, this table, that table. I have given lot of things and lot of updations also available here. So try to perform the unit testing with the help of these test cases. Clear? So try to use the script. This is loaded in your scripts. Am I clear? So now today, what we're going to be implementing, we are implementing, we are going to be adding this lookup is already you have it. You try to use one more lookup and take only those matching rows and take only those columns and map them here. Then no match data, you have to give it to the OLEDB command. Clear? And start updating only those commands. You know how to update them, right? So that is what you should be able to do. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. That is what we're going to be doing. So lookup still we are working on, and we are going to be having one more lookup to identify which is the source data got updated. Okay. To come to know that you need to include one more lookup, and after that you need to take no match data, and the no match data you supposed to give it to the OLEDB command. OLEDB command already you people have written, right? So only you need to implement the second lookup and try to complete this and try to send the project for the review. Thank you guys. If you have any questions, you're welcome.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys. So one of the students have created a table, created a package with one lookup, right? So here, what is happening? If you see clearly, she is getting 379 rows from the source, and no new insert is done. So there is no insert data. New data does not come to the right hand side, but to the left hand side, 379 rows are coming because all this data is matched data. Clear? So, and all the rows, whether it is updated or not, all the data is being updated in the destination. So this is what I don't need. Okay. So what I would like to have, I would like to implement one more lookup here and try to have only updated data to be updated. Clear? Stop this package. Yeah, stop this. Drag and drop one more lookup now. Okay, close this output window. Close. You should not, minimize. Close the window. Yeah. Drag and drop lookup. One more lookup you drag and drop. Correct. Okay. Now cut the link and give it to this. Okay. Yeah. So that link you cut it. Very good. Now give that match data to the second lookup. Now, yeah, double click on this. So now, yeah, fail component that you change it. Now go to connection. You give dimension dot policy. So yeah, go to columns. Now here, what columns I should map? I clearly told. Open your ETL mapping document. So those columns which does not have any business rule. Okay. So those columns you need to map it there. Open your ETL mapping document. So you did not organize them properly. Yeah. Where is your DWH? So you better copy all the files here. Okay, go back. Where is your DWH file? Folder is missing here. So you should have discipline to move everything into single place. Yeah. Double click on this. Now open your ETL mapping document. I told you what all you should map here. Primary key and remaining columns where you do not have any defaults, you do not have any business rules. Those columns need to be mapped. That's it. Okay. Correct. Go to dim policy. So what column? You go up, take it up. Go up. Okay. The first columns you need to map master number and master sequence number. Yeah. You go your lookup and map left to right, master number and master sequence number. Go to the SSIS package. Go to SSIS package. Now you map. Clear? Master number to master number, master sequence number to master sequence number. You know how to map, right? Drag and drop a line. Very good. So you need to, you are going to the policy ADC. See, where are you dropping? Master number to master number. Abosode.
No,
Where
with
are you doing? What are you
concatenate
doing?
the ETL
Cancel
mapping
this.
document. The ETL mapping document says we should concatenate it, then give it an alias name, policy key. So we map policy
See,
key to
that is over already. See, that is already over. You go to the ETL mapping document. Where did he say that?
um sh-
Where is
uh
that you're talking about?
from this
I
lookup.
told you, no, yeah. I told you clearly you should not touch any business rules. Did you understand that point or not?
Oh, okay.
Did you understand that point? Yeah. So I told you, you don't touch that. Simply take the remaining columns and map because these values will not get updated. Clear? So you need to take master number to master number, master sequence to master sequence, and what is the other things? Go to ETL mapping document. Like that, you need to do one by one. Clear? The next one is year of account to year of account. Very good. Year of account to year of account. Correct. Now you go to, then what is the next one? Master reference to master reference. Yeah.
Then domicile.
Yeah. Then you have domicile. Master reference to master reference. Yeah. So this is pretty much easy, right? There's no confusion here. Master reference to master reference. And here we have a domicile, right? Clear.
Yeah.
Only these values you need to have it. Domicile to domicile, right? Now come down. So
Inception
inception date and expiry
to
date. Yeah.
expiry.
Inception date and expiry date. Inception date and expiry date. So yeah, expiry date. Very good. Then what is the next one? Come down. Okay, so then that's it, nothing else, right? So then you don't have anything to use it. Clear? Click on OK. Now OK. Now you get the no match data and link it to OLEDB, not match data, right? So yeah, you take no match data, link it to OLEDB. That's it. In the OLEDB, no match data should go there. Clear. Click on OK. That's it. Save and run the package. Save and run the package now. Now nothing is updated yet in the source, right? Now when close this, yeah. Output window, you close this, yeah. Now you may get 379 rows are matched, but nothing is updated yet in the source, right? So you come down. So no data is going down, right? Come down. Now what we do, we take one row and we'll update. Okay. Now we go to SQL Server, stop the package. Okay. You go to SQL Server, you can update any one of the column. Go to SQL Server, go to dimension.policy. Select star from dimension.policy. Right? You should update. So what you can update? So all these values only you should update. Era of reference number, or era of account, something you have, right? So those things you should be able to update and check whether it is coming or not. So year of account, master reference number, domicile, inception date, expiry date. So these are the things you should be able to update. That's it, nothing else. Okay, and test it whether it is going to the destination or not. Okay,
I
so
think I have the ones.
you close all this. You take one. You take select star from dimension policy. I think you have one update, right?
Yes, I have one that I
So
already.
I think you
This
would,
one is
yeah,
for my
please, please.
policy. This is the one I use.
Is it working fine?
It gets inserted, but it gets filtered along the line. It don't get to the bottom.
Where? Okay, where it is getting filtered, you just check there.
I just need to change some things here.
That we test it. Now go to the dimension.policy, execute the table. Go to, not here, not here. You have to go to new query. Say use TARDIS DW underscore lookup, select star from dimension.policy. You already have, right? You have episode in the screen, same window you have queries. Yeah, execute the query. First execute use TARDIS DW lookup. Yeah, that you need to execute. Correct. Now we need to execute dimension.policy. Okay. Now let us take one row here. So you have to leave the hyphen, okay? Wrongly selecting. Now you take, master number and a master sequence number. Write where clause, where you write, yeah. We'll take one, yeah, where master number equals to copy one number there, where master number equals to, right, master number equals to, yeah, copy with header. Very good. Master number equals to this one, okay, equals to, yeah, single quotes, you need to put this value. Use delete bar, yeah, delete button, the other way. Do it fast. Okay, and and master sequence 001. You simply write here. I don't waste your time. Cut, copy, paste. You write, type it. You're taking master sequence number 001. Okay, yeah. Simply write equals to 001. Yeah, remove this 001. Correct. Now you execute this. So this is the data which is there in the destination table, right?
I need to type this.
Now you update some value. Remove the hyphen as well and execute it. What happened? Right? Very good. So here we can change a domicile, era of account. A lot of things you can, update in the source. So you can update, era of account. You have 2020 here. Domicile you have USA there. So these two values you can update in the source. Okay. So now you open one more query window. Use TARDIS. Use TARDIS. You can say use TARDIS. Yeah. Use TARDIS. Go. Update some values here. Update, policy. Yeah, update policy, right? Come down and write update policy. Set domicile equals to some ABC, some give some, yeah, is equals to ABC. Okay, ABC, and where you copy paste the where clause from there. Okay, and try to run the stage package and this package. That's it. So it is working or not, will come to. For this, you're updating it. Okay, where has to come after set, not before that, right? SQL, I think. Yeah, come down.
No, it's my mouse that is doing it.
Okay, come down and paste it. Very good. You execute this package. You execute this statement first. Now select star from policy. Write one more query down. Select star from policy with where clause. From policy, same where clause. Copy and paste it. Already you have pasted. Copied, right? Simply paste. Policy where you paste it. Paste, paste. Already you have copied. You have copied already. Simply execute this. Okay. Very good. Now you have ABC here, right? It got updated. Where is your domicile here? You need to come with things. Yeah. So before star, you put domicile. Select a star you have written, right? You put a
Yes.
domicile there. Yeah. So you better select a domicile comma star. Domicile comma star. Okay. So that the column is shown correct. Comma star. Execute this query. So you can see the domicile as a first call when execute the query. Okay. So domicile value will be ABC. Right? Okay. It has got changed. Now you run stage and your this package. Run the stage package now.
Sir, we can update some of those rows. Now need to update all of those rows, right?
You can check, couple anything you can update. All the values you can update. One you can update. Doesn't matter, right? Anything can change. All of them can change, one of them can change, two of them can change, three of them can change. Anything can update and check. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've executed it.
Okay.
E-
Huh? So you have executed data warehouse, not the staging. Hmm?
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
You need to execute the staging, then the data warehousing,
True.
right? So already we know about it, right? Correct. Sandeep is saying run the stage first, then the next one. Guys, you have to do this, for all the existing packages. No need to create a new project, okay? In the same lookup, you need to include a second lookup there. You better deploy all the staging packages to the production, okay? Stage is working perfectly fine, right? Hmm. Run this package.
It's still loading here. Okay.
Oh. You know deployment, right, Abusode? You do
Yes.
the deployment of these packages so that it will be easy for you to execute from SQL Server. Need not
Oh,
open them because, yeah, right?
okay.
Okay.
Sir, how we can deploy
Done.
this package? I don't know, sir.
Who's that guy?
Sir, Ravi Agarwal, sir.
Hey Ravi, you did not study
Yes, sir.
deployment.
No, sir.
I'll I'll stop this one.
Hmm,
109
hmm,
rows.
hmm. Okay.
So,
So I'll give you one video, Ravi. Please watch, okay? How to deploy
Okay,
these
sir.
packages.
Okay, sir.
People who do not know how to deploy, I will give you one package. You watch them, and we also do the deployment, okay? Because all the packages which you're creating, you're supposed to deploy it to the production. So if you wanted to deploy it, one row came down. Have you seen this?
yes.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
stop. Now try to execute. Select star from dimension.policy and seek. You have to get ABC there. Go to SQL Server and execute the query which you have written. Very good. This is policy. You need to go to dimension. Data warehousing. Yeah. Unnecessary windows you can close. Yeah. Execute this packet. Yeah. This is the one. So you had PSA. Now here including where clause.
This is
Today you need to test one row. Yeah. Include that where clause and test. Yeah. Clear.
this,
Now you got ABC. Is it happening?
yes, it
Yeah.
happened.
So even though you have 379 rows are going as a matched data, but if you observe carefully, one row uh, went to the OLEDB command, and the OLEDB command anyhow it is updating it. Clear? You can continue with other packages and test like this.
Okay.
Guys, are you clear? So any other questions? Thank you guys. You do it, and tomorrow we'll take the next pattern. Okay.